to my channel. I am Megan. I'm doing a special one today. I'm going to be doing a dancing string pull. And I'm going to apologize right from the get-go. If for some reason it cuts out, because I have such a large canvas, I have my camera up pretty high, I cannot see it if it decides to stop recording. I won't be able to know. So if that happens, I'm sure it'll be towards the end, because these string pulls don't take me very long, and you won't be missing anything that you haven't seen me do. So it's not like you'll be missing a technique or whatever. Hopefully that won't happen. So I'm going to talk the intro pretty fast so I can get to it. I did this painting several weeks ago. It's just regular brushed acrylic. I used Arteza acrylics for this. And I just put it on with a brush. And I wanted it to make it look like an old piece of paper. So it has some dark yellows and some ochres kind of colors on there to kind of make it look like an old book. And I have my floetrol that I'm going to pour. My string pull is going to be mostly right in the center. Well, it's going to be all right in the center. And I'm using black and red because this is my painting. I've had it in my head for so long and I'm finally doing it because I'm just nervous to get it wrong, I guess. This is going to be entitled Red Letters. So if you're familiar with the Bible, some publications put Jesus's words in red letters so they stand out. And I wanted to do a painting to sort of signify that without being literal. So I'm going to do some black, and then I'm going to do, I think, depending on how it looks, I plan on doing one red string pull. I might have to do more if it doesn't, lay down enough paint. But since it's close to Easter, and I'm just going to get past my nerves of this not turning out exactly right, and I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to do a painting that will hopefully be meaningful to me and maybe some others. So look at it and understand the meaning of how important those red letters are. So, like I said, I'm going to concentrate it right here. I'll spread it out some, but we'll see how much floetrol I have here. I don't really want it to overflow. I don't have a lot of leeway on my table, but and it usually dries flat. Ooh, yeah, see. I can always go in with a second layer of floetrol to just cover the whole thing. Make a final layer before I varnish, if it needs evening out or whatever. Okay, so I want just this middle part covered really well, and then I'm not going to worry about the edges. So there was no silicone in the first layer since it was just brushed on. The paints I have here are mixed with floetrol, and I believe they both have silicone in them. I'm almost positive they both do. I don't remember what pours I used them for. Well, you know what? The red may not, actually. Should have taken that off. The red may not. I may fast forward once I get a few pulls in, just because they're all, once you get the technique of the string pulls down, there's nothing to it. Okay, so let's stick with that and see how that goes. Because I think that's where I want it concentrated anyway. Let's see, maybe a little bit more down here. I'm almost out of floetrol, and I know you're all thinking, if it's so important to you, why didn't you make sure you had everything ready? And I had everything going, and I shook my floetrol can, I'm like, ugh. Oh no, look what I did. It's alright, I'm gonna go with it. Pretend I meant to do that. Okay, this bracelet's coming off. Should have done that to begin with. That's okay. Oh, there's paint right there. Okay, it's okay. I'm gonna go with it. Don't yell at me on the comments for leaving my bracelet on and ruining my own painting. What is this? I don't know what that was. Okay, so I'm gonna go with black first. Nope, I need a clean. Here we go. We're just gonna use this one. And I don't know if you can see. I don't think you can see this. I have it probably off screen. I have little tubs of paint that are mixed with floetrol, and I'm just dipping my string. If you haven't watched me do a string pull before, I'm dipping my string, and then I'm going to use my popsicle stick to kind of scrape some of it off. I don't want it that heavy. I don't need to scrape, all of it off or be super meticulous about it, but I do scrape some of it off. If you want to up close to that, I think there's another one that has more of that. So I'm going to set this down close to the edge. Come on, there we go. And I'm just going to pull it through. Oh, I love these string pulls. They are so dramatic. And I just love what they do in the paint. Okay. I'm going to do my red last. So I'm going to do one, maybe two more of these black. And then I'll do a red. I don't know. I'm playing it completely by, not by ear, by eye, I guess you could say. Give me your little drippy. I'm going to try and be careful not to it's kind of hard to watch where I'm going and yet be far enough away to get a good view of the entire pour, you know what I mean? Because it's almost so big I could be up. Okay, so I think I'm going to do another one. I hate to go through this part anymore. Well, I'll go through it with the red, so that'll break that up a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is do one more for maybe right here. I might go through it right here. I think that's what I'm going to do. I love this bit right here. I don't want to mess that up at all. So, here we go. I'm right here. And I'm going to go up and around. There we go. And over here. Okay. I think that's good. I'm not going to overdo it. I'm going to do my red right through the middle. I'm not going to go up and down with the red, I don't think. The only problem is sometimes with this white, because it's going to dry clear, you think it needs, at least I have in the past thought, oh, it needs more. But because the background has some detail, not like little detail, but you know what I mean. That by the time the white dries and you see the finished painting underneath, you realize you don't need it too busy like you would if it was a white background. Now, if this was painted white, obviously that would look different. But see how this does this? Now, I tried this with pouring medium to see what it would do, and it did not look good at all. I was not super crazy about it. It didn't do all this little detail stuff. Okay, going with my red. I'm going to use a longer string, I think. I have plenty of string cut. I guess I didn't need that much since I only went through my... Okay, so in with my red. I got one shot at this red, so... This was so important to me because there's an emotional level to it that I don't usually have with my paintings. Sometimes. Not usually with my pours, I'll put it that way. I feel like I have less control. So I'm a little bit more nervous. Not that I can't do another one, but, So anyway, okay, so here's my red. I've got my string. I apologize, you probably can't see this. And I am going to start here. There we go. And I'm just going to take it right through the middle. Make sure I get some of that feathering all the way to the edge. See, I'm already tempted to do one more red. I should have done this one as a live. I would have been too nervous, but I should have done this one as a live. So you guys can answer my questions. Tell me what to do. Okay, one more. Or leave it. I'm going to pause the video. And I'm going to try and look from far away. You know what? No. Now that I'm over here. Ugh. I'm afraid if I do one more, it's going to be too much. I want it to be really dramatic. Okay, guys, don't scream at me. One more. One more red. One more red. Some of the red is sinking, actually, so I hope that doesn't turn to pink. Well, the floetrol dries white, or clear, so it won't. Trying to make sure there's not, like, it's gonna dry clear and then you're gonna see more of the red. This is going over the side, not so much over here. So maybe I should do one and pull it this way. I think I'll do that. Okay, I made up my mind. For those of you who don't like me talking to myself, I know I've seen in the comments, not everybody appreciates me talking to myself. So, you know, you can comment that if you want, or you can keep it to yourself. It doesn't bother me at all when people tell me that. Because we all watch different types of videos. So, I'm just saying, I know some of you out there I'm driving you nuts. Okay, so let's go around this way. Start here. I'm kind of just going to follow this. I don't want to make a second, I don't want to make like a second pass, if that makes sense. I'm just going to stick close to this first one. Pull it off this edge. There we go. Putting that string down was a little touch and go. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. That's just enough. I'm even good with it being a little more narrow here and more detail there. I'm good. I'm walking away. I might spread this out more now, though. I might try and spread it out towards the edge, maybe with a brush or something. But other than that, I'm just going to let it dry. It'll take a couple of days. So, but I won't post this until it dries because obviously with that white, it's going to make a big difference. So, I will be back in just a moment with a dried painting. Okay, so here it is dry, and you can see where all of the floetrol dried clear. I'll give you some close-ups of the details. Where that red really pops. You couldn't see it all with the layers of the floetrol. Sorry for the beep in the background. I'm really happy with the way it dried, so just let me know what you think. Check out the links in the description box where you can find me other places on social media, and drop by in the comments and say hello. We'll see you next time, guys. Happy pouring.